Hi dear students, Assalamu alaikum. So today we will solve question number 2.3, page number 31-32 on your books. The accounting department of Rudwin Company provided the following data for May sales, month of May sales, that is $72,000, marketing expenses 5%, administrative expenses 1%, and other expenses, that is 0.5% to all of sales. Purchase was made 36,000. Factory overhead, that is 2/3 of direct labor, and direct labor is 15,000. Inventories are given: beginning inventories, finished goods, work in process, and direct materials inventory. Just a minute. Similarly, the ending finished goods, work in process, and direct materials are also given. What are the requirements of the questions? Requirement of the question is CGS statements and income statements. Too much simple questions. If you remember, in the CGS statement formats, so you can solve this question very easily. Now the company, first we will write the name of the company, so that is Rudwin Company. Then we will write the statement name. So statement name is CGS statements, and then time period. So for the month, this is not for the year, this is for the month of May. So here we will change this one for the month of May 31st, let's suppose 2017 year. Month is May. Let's start. So as I discussed in my previous lectures, that CGS have 5 main portions. First one is materials portion, direct materials. Second one is direct labor. Third one is factory overhead. Fourth one is work in process. And fifth one is the finished goods. So direct materials, we will start from the direct material portion. Now in the questions, current month is May, for which we are going to make the CGS statements. So before May, we have April month. So first of all, we will check out that either there is some material left which is not used in the month of April. Clear? So all inventories, beginning inventory here, if you looked out in the question, so all the beginning inventories, these are the remaining of what? Remaining of the month of April. Like finished goods, so this is the remaining, the 7,000 finished goods not sold out in the month of April. So we need to transfer it to month of May. Similarly, work in process, WIP. The 8,000 work in process remain in the month of April. So that is neat that we should calculate this 8,000 cost in the month of May and subtract from the month of April. Similarly, direct material, the 8,000 here which is given. So we need to minus here from the month of April and add this material cost in the month of May, because according to the matching principles, our revenue and cost must be matched. So as this material, the 8,000 material Beginning materials means these are the remaining or ending of the month of April. So that will becomes the beginning of the current month May. So beginning materials, direct materials, I will write DM. So beginning direct material means on 1st of May 2017. And it means that these are those materials which comes from the month of April. At the end of the month April, the 8,000 material, if you looked out here in your screen, so this the 8,000 direct material, and if you looked out the inventory, so this is beginning inventory. Beginning inventory means that these are the ending inventory of the month of April. So means that the 8,000 materials not used in the month of April. Now we will use this 8,000 material in the month of May. So we convert this to what? To on first date of May. And that is how much? Beginning materials on 1st May, $8,000. The $8,000, these are the materials which we have from the previous month. Now during this month of May, because this is monthly income statement, so during the month of May we will make some purchases. So we will check out the purchases. Yes, we made the 36,000 purchases. So add purchases. Purchases means purchases of raw materials. How much? 36,000. 36,000. Now there is a chances that company made the purchase of the raw materials, but sometime returns back those purchases due to some reason, either shrinkage or breakage or not a good quality. So we will check out that there is purchase returns in the questions are given or not. So if we looked out, so no purchase returns are given, means there is no purchase return, so that is our net purchases. Okay. We also checked out transportation in transportation cost. Transportation cost will be added with the purchases. Why? When we purchase the raw material, so we transfer those to our factory. So that will not be transferred to our factory in free. They need some freights, and that is called transportation in our transportation cost. So if transportation cost, dear students, if the transportation cost are given in the question, so we will add transportation cost here with purchases. But transportation cost is also not given. So when that are not given, it means that this is total. Now, so now here how much total materials we have? The 8,000 material we have from the previous month, which is not used in that month, and the 36,000 we purchased in the current month of May. So now we have total material available for use. Now for the usation, how much materials we have? Total materials available for the use. How much? So we will sum up. Look at the 8,000 material from the previous month and the 36,000 we purchased in this month. So total the 44,000 material is available for the use now. Look at, today is 31st of May. This May is ending, that's why I am preparing the CGS. So when I checked the store, so store says that the 8,000 ending inventory, the 8,500, this material is left, which means not used. Look at, beginning material means this 8,000. This is the remaining material of the previous month, and this is the remaining material of the current month, May. So we add these because we use this 8,000 in the month of May. So we add this with the record of May here. Clear? And this is not used in May, that will be used in the month of June, upcoming month. So that's why from here I will subtract this and will add this with the month of June. So now what I should need? I should subtract now here this 8,500. Clear? To finding out the exact cost of the direct material, that how much exactly direct material we used in the month of May. Now what we will do? We will subtract that one. So less ending direct material DM. Ending direct material means on 31st of May 2017. How much? Minus 8,500. So look at total materials, that was 44,000. But today is the end of the month. Now when we checked out, so only the 8,500 material was left. In 44,000 material, only the 8,500 material are left. So the rest of the material we used, that is called material consumed. Consumed means material used, or this is also called material cost. Material cost. How much? Now we will apply formula. Total material was of 44,000, but now we have the 8,000 material. So we will subtract this 8,500 from the total material. And what is the difference? This is called material cost. It means that we used the 35,500 material in this month. In the month of May, we used 35,500. Look at why we are adding and subtracting. Adding the previous month direct material and subtracting the remaining month material. The reason is that one, to find out the exact cost of the material. For that purpose, why? Because according to the matching principles, and matching principle says that concerned revenue and cost will be recorded within the concerned time periods. So now this was the total story about the direct materials. Now on this direct materials, some labor should take work on it, and to transfer it to plant or machinery. So we also pay some wages to those laborers. Clear? We will add that is comes in the cost. So aid direct labor cost. How much is direct labor cost? So in question, if you looked out, direct labor cost is 15,000. How much? 15,000. So direct materials and direct labor cost, this is also called what? Prime cost. Here you can also calculate that what is the prime cost. If you not calculate it, it's not necessary. Clear? So direct labor cost is how much? $15,000. Now on this direct labor, also some factory overhead cost. Factory overhead cost means indirect cost which taken place in the factory. Also taken place FOH cost. But FOH cost, if you looked out here, that is not given directly. They say that factory overhead is 2/3 of direct labor. 2/3 of this direct labor. So we will find out the 2/3 of the direct labor cost. How now? Look it. 2/3 multiple is equals to 2/3 of what? Of direct labor multiplied by direct labor is 15,000. This way. How much? So now we will apply here the formula. I will apply the formula here. Look, it is equals to 2/3 multiplied by 15,000. In this way we can finding out the FOH, which is equals to 10,000. So now this 10,000 is the FOH cost. Clear? Now when we add direct labor and factory overhead with direct material cost, so this is called manufacturing cost. Total manufacturing cost. This is called total manufacturing cost. How much is the total manufacturing cost? Direct materials plus direct labor plus factory overhead is equals to sum direct material cost plus direct labor cost plus factory overhead cost. When we add all these three, so this will be total manufacturing cost. For the total manufacturing cost, formula is direct labor cost plus direct material cost plus factory overhead cost. So now the 60,500 means material we put into the process. Manufacturing cost means processing cost. But if we looked out, so we also have the work in process remaining from the previous month. This is our previous month remaining work in process. If you looked out here, so work in process, the 8,000 work in process remaining in machinery from the previous month. So first we will add that one. So beginning, that is called beginning work in process, WIP. Beginning work in process means that this is the process which is remain from the previous month, 1st May. That's why we convert that to month of May 2017. Clear? How much? The 8,000 work in process. So we add the 8,000. Look at 8,000 is remaining work in process from the previous month, and the 60,500 work in process we put in this month. So how much total work in process now we have? Total work in process, WIP. We will add these work in process, these two. Total work in process is sum. We will apply the formula. Look at the previous month 8,000 plus the current month 60,500 work in process. So it will gives us total work in process is 68,500. Now we have the work in process in this month of May, from 1st May till 31st May. A record shows us now that the 68,500 work in process we have. But today is the end of the May. So now these are the ending work in process we will subtract from the total work in process. Why? Because the current month work in process is not converted to finished goods. It will be converted to finished goods in our upcoming months. So from the current month it's need to be subtracting. Why? To finding out the exact cost of the work in process. So now we will subtract what's the ending work in process. Ending work in process means the work in process on 31st of May. So less ending WIP. Ending WIP means on 31st of May 2017. How much? That is given in the question. Ending work in process 15,000. If you looked out here, 15,000. So 15,000 work in process are left. Total work in process was 68,500. And in the 68,500 work in process, only 15,000 work in process remains on 31st May, which is not converted to finished goods. That will be converted to finished goods in our upcoming months. So that's why from current month we subtracting. And so how much goods we produced in this month? So cost of goods manufactured, or this is also called cost of finished goods. How much is now the cost of the finished goods? Here. From 68,000, we will subtract the ending work in process. Clear? This one. And when we enter it, so it means that the 53,500 finished goods we produced during the month of May. But if we looked out the data, so some finished goods remain from the previous month. How much? The 7 beginning finished goods, the 7,000 finished goods, 7,000 finished goods that is remaining unsold from the previous month, from the month of April. And the 53,500 finished goods we produced in the month of May. So that's why this 7,000 finished goods will be added here with these finished goods. Clear now? Why? Because this is the finished goods, that 7,000, which is not sold out in the month of April. So their revenue is not generated in the month of April, and we calculate their cost in the month of April. So from April we subtract. When from April we subtract, so we will add the same amount in the month of May. So this will becomes the beginning material of the month of May. That's why we beginning or finished goods in the month of May. So we add this here. Clear now? Beginning finished goods. Beginning finished goods means on 1st of May 2017. This is the remaining finished goods of the previous month. How much? 7,000. Now, how much total finished goods we have? Total finished goods. Total finished goods, now we have the 7,000 finished goods of the previous month and the 53,000 finished goods we produced in the month of May. So this plus 53,000 and 700. So it means that in the month of May, record shows that we have the 60,500 finished goods. But today is the end of the May. So when we checked out the record, only and only the, how much? The 10,200 finished goods that is remain unsold, that will be sold out in the month of June, upcoming month. So what we will do, we will subtract this here from these total finished goods. Why? We need to finding out that the how much cost finished goods we sold out. I need the exact cost of the sales of the goods. So here we will this is the total finished goods, and if we looked out, yes, the 10,200 in the question are left, so we will subtract this one. Why? These the 10,200 cost goods that is not sold out. So less ending finished goods. Clear now? How much is the ending finished goods? Ending finished goods, we will put the date on 31st of May 2017. How much? The 10,200. 10,200 finished goods that is unsold, that is not sold out. So when that is not sold out, what we will do? We will subtract it, and when we subtract, so cost of goods sold, the how much goods we sold out now. Total goods was how much? 60,500 500. And in this 60,500, we just only remain the 10,200. So it means that we sold out the 50,000, the 50,300 goods we sold out. So in this way, we finding out the exact cost of goods sold. Clear? So this was our CGS for the month of May of Rudwin Company, that we find out the CGS, cost of goods sold statement for the month of May. So hope you will understand, dear students, that how we can prepare the CGS statements. Now the second one requirement is income statement. So the income statement of this question I will solve in the next class. So for now, have a good time.